Hello everyone, I'm Mako and I'm the Gallic witch. I hope everyone is staying safe and that your loved ones and you are healthy. Before going into this video, I just want to say that I'll be doing a Q&A on this channel very soon. I'd like to properly introduce myself and my craft, and I didn't want that to be the first video I posted on the channel, which is why I'm doing it now. So, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments of any video, or you can go on Instagram and either comment on a post with a question or DM me. I'll be answering anything that relates to my craft, my practice, my beliefs / my deities, and anything about myself that relates at least a little to my craft or spirituality in general. Alright, back to the video. Today, I want to talk to you about travel altars. You've probably already heard about them, but if not, the idea is pretty simple. A travel altar is an assortment of spiritual or magical tools and components that are assembled into a portable state. For most people, it's into a container, but there are so many ways to make it portable. You can sew it into clothes, you can tie it into your hair, put into a purse or a backpack. You get the idea. The most important thing is that you need to be able to move it without it being complicated, and the collection of objects should be able to sustain a spell, a ritual, as well as communication with deities. As the name implies, these portable altars are commonly used for travel. When you're not at home and you don't have access to your tools or your ingredients, and you can't go to your altar or your blessed space or consecrated space, it's practical to still be able to cast spells or contact your deities. Or if you're traveling for a special day or date, holiday or Sabbath, to still be able to celebrate it. But it's also important you know that despite the name, a travel altar doesn't have to be specifically for travel. If you are new to witchcraft, and you don't know if you want to stick with it, and so you don't want to put too much money into tools, ingredients for a permanent altar, a travel altar can be a solution, because it's small, portable, and it forces you to only buy small things that you can fit into the container you have chosen. There is also the possibility that, new to witchcraft or not, you haven't told or aren't able to tell the people you live with that you practice witchcraft. In that case, having a portable, easily hideable altar that is quick to clean up and put away can be a huge benefit. A portable altar is a great help if you want to keep your craft a secret. And finally, a travel altar is really helpful if you need to bring your tools and your craft with you when you go to a client, a friend's place, or wherever you need to go where you have to provide a spiritual or magical service. It can be cumbersome and complicated to move all your things from your permanent altar, and even downright impossible depending on how it's set up. So, having a miniaturized version on hand is always a good thing. Now, how do you make a portable altar and what do you put in it? First, choose your container. Common solutions are tin boxes, Tupperwares, jars, any containers of the sort. On the bigger, less common side, you can take a shoebox, a pouch or a bag. But you can also absolutely get creative with it, especially if you need to hide it or get it through airport security, for example. You can put it inside a pillowcase or inside an emptied stuffed animal. Be wild, you can glue the pages of a book and carve a space inside and use it as a box. That way it is easily hideable inside a bookcase. Now that you have your container, it's time to fill it. You have two options. Either you already have a permanent altar, and in that case you can use it as an inspiration or simply a guide to downsize your tools and ingredients to fit them inside the container of your choice. You can even change things depending on where you're going and what you want to do. As a green witch, if I'm going to the countryside or somewhere where I have access to a forest, I'm not going to take as many herbs or nature-related things with me because I know I'm going to find what I need in the place where I'm going to be. The second option is that you don't even have an altar, either because you're just getting started or because you have to hide your craft. In this case, your travel altar will mainly be influenced by your budget, the type of witch that you are, and which spells and rituals you use most frequently. Let's go over what I have in my travel altar and why. Hopefully, this will give you an idea of what you can choose to put inside your altar and the way to do it. An altar cloth, a seashell, some herbs, in this case a few bay leaves, rosemary and lavender, a matchbox that I painted because I wanted to have some fun with it, and candles. One is made of beeswax and the other is the normal kind. Some moon water, a moon metal plate if I need to cut things or burn things or put stuff somewhere clean. The crystals I use the most, a clear quartz, amethyst and selenite. Armenian paper, a Swiss knife, a few sheets of paper and a pencil. A few pieces of fabric, a needle and a thread if I need to make talismans or pouches. In my opinion, and this is only my opinion based on what I use, what I've learned and the way I've done things in the past, here are the most important things for a travel or portable altar. Pen and paper for petitions, intentions, prayers and sigils. A representation for every element, so a candle that can be colored if you use color magic, as well as a way to light it to represent fire. Some moon, rain or spring water for water, obviously. Some soil or a few leaves or flowers for earth. An incense or something akin to Armenian paper like I'm using for air, and clear quartz for spirits. If you only want to use it for the representation of the spirit and not as a crystal, then I would suggest either selenite, citrine or amethyst as a crystal. Those are very common, very useful crystals that you can probably use in about any ritual or spell that you need to perform. Some salt for cleansing and setting boundaries and protecting yourself against energies or any unwanted attention from the spiritual world. A few herbs, any that you like or that you find useful. Something you can use to make a talisman, like the fabric and thread and needle that I have in my portable altar. Anything else is up to you, your craft, your budget, and the space that you have in your container. Alright, that's it for this one. I hope this video was helpful and that it explained to you a little bit more about what a travel altar is and how you can use it. If this video inspires you to make a portable altar, please tag me on Instagram or send me a message so I can see your creations. And if you're not a green witch, especially, because then I'm not as well versed in the subject as I would be in this one, I would love to know why you picked the objects and tools that you are using in your altar. I hope I kept you entertained and kept you company for a little bit in those complicated times. I'll see you in my next video, and in the meantime, be kind to each other and to nature. Bye.